pass it on to the students. So our first presenter is Deja.
Hi, my name is Deja. I'm a nursing major. Throughout the semester, we did weekly meetings with members of the Voces del Canal to facilitate soccer games, soccer practices, and then these are some photos of children that we worked with during the Thanksgiving art class. And working with Voces del Canal is a practice of freedom because it allows Canal community members to exercise and learn tools that they may not have been able to otherwise. For example, giving children the opportunity to express their artistic creativity freely. Working with Voces del Canal builds community and a sense of belonging in a way that volunteers and recipients of Voces del Canal experiences can have regular involvement in community events such as soccer and art. These events allow community members to build lasting relationships with each other and strengthen feelings of connectedness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will now pass it on to Isa.
I'm going to be focusing more on the soccer, the Canal Football Club, which I think is new within the last year. So this semester, I worked at the Canal FC games on Saturdays at Pickleweed Park in the Canal. For most of the games, I was working with the smaller kids. So actually this group that you see on the screen was the ones I would work with generally every Saturday, and their ages 9 to 12. Sometimes a coach wouldn't show up, so I would fill in. It was fun to coach these kids because they were genuinely super good at soccer. So it was entertaining to watch. And then they're always on my case about wrong calls or that's a corner kick. So come on. Get your act together. I enjoyed seeing these young athletes and how excited they were to play a sport they love alongside their friends and their neighbors. Even though most of the games were not official and were more of a scrimmage, they still took it very seriously and were pulling off some World Cup looking trick shots. It was pretty cool. Voces del Canal identified a need for more affordable soccer leagues in Marin. They knew the importance of physical activity, especially for young children. By creating Canal FC, Voces del Canal is effectively creating the freedom for youth and their families to recreate in a safe and supportive environment. Thank you.
We will now pass it on to Liliana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Liliana. I'm a global public health major. And an experience that was very meaningful to me during our service learning with Voces del Canal was being a part of the art class, being able to see the excitement of the kids as they created their art projects, but also being able to see how wonderful it was to have the adults join us as well and participate, and how proud they were as their children were participating and creating their activity. Working with Voces del Canal is a practice of building community and belonging because they create a space such as the art classes and in many other areas that allow for people to be able to come together and have that sense of community and belonging. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now pass it on to Saul.
Hello, everyone. My name is Saul. I'm a current junior at Dominican. I have majors in social justice and history with a minor in Latin American studies. Today, I'm going to be talking about my experience with my service learning opportunity this semester. So like Isa, I was mostly involved with the organization's Club Soccer project, which has been the culmination of 5 years of hard work between the city of San Rafael, Marin FC, and Canal Alliance in order to make that dream a reality, to have a competitive club in the Canal community. And one of the things that I really focused on was how incredible it was to see social barriers that prevent kids from being involved in extracurricular activities such as competitive sports. For example, I'm a former club soccer player. One of the hardest things that I had to worry about was if we were going to be able to pay for the season's expenses, or who's going to take me to this game, who's going to take me to that practice. So being a part of seeing those barriers get lifted for those kids has been incredible to see. And I've also enjoyed being present in the community enough to where I'm becoming familiar with everyone, and the kids are at the point where they can have that playful conversation and joke around with me. I feel like it's very important to have those young role models in your life, especially those of similar background. I know that When I was younger, I really wish I had more guidance in my life that was representative of me, of my culture, of my experiences. And I believe that having that broader support system increases our ability to form trusting relationships and builds our capacity to interact positively with others in the world around us. And this is indicative of the long-term goals that Voces del Canal has for their efforts. Their vision statement hopes to change the canal into a safer, healthier community for everyone. In various local-led projects, such as the art classes or the club soccer program, this helps create unity in people's day-to-day lives. Getting those kids out of the apartment and onto the soccer field with positive role models to enjoy the game and learn about things such as teamwork and collaboration is super impactful. Having something as mundane as a soccer game brings together families and creates a sense of belonging for residents of Canal, ultimately strengthening their community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saul. And we will now pass it on to Sienna.
Jenny, do we want to show her slide? At least maybe her mic isn't working. We can't hear you. Sorry, Sienna. I'm sorry, we can't hear Sienna, but these are just a couple of pictures from her community cleanup and the art class, among many of the events that Sienna was present at, helping with, again, like Saul said, the mission statement of the community to improve the health and safety of the Canal neighborhood.